What's poppin', guys? Goddesses, kings, queen. What's goes on YouTube is I'm about to bring you the word of the day for February 19, 2021. As I was getting to know my team and talking to them, I got a lot of downloads. And I pre-shuffled the cards and see what messages, and some cards already fell out. So I'm a go with them. For someone that every time they got sick, you always went to your grandmother, not your mom, and your grandmother passed on. Y'all called her Big Mama, or I don't know, Big Mama or Mama. Y'all consider her the Mama. I mean, even though you had a mama, and you always had problems with regularity, you had a problem with constipation. You're eating too much bad food, a lot of potatoes, a lot of starch, a lot of junk food, a lot of rice. Spirit is saying you got a lot of gravy, a lot of stuff that's not good for you and it's backing you up. Every time you had problems, you would go to her and she would tell you what to take, or also she helped when it got stuck get out. I know that sounds gross, but you know, I'm straight gonna tell you. Spirit is saying, she's saying that you need to go get some Smooth Move. It's in a purple and white box. You're gonna take 3 of those bags. You're gonna put it in hot water. No honey, no sugar, nothing. You're gonna drink it. You're gonna take it to the head, and it's going to help relieve your symptoms. And also, you're stressing too much about a situation. Spirit is also saying those that are struggling with meditation, those who, when you go sit upon the crystal porcelain throne, that's where you get your best ideas. That's where you think. It's like, for some reason, ideas come to you when you're sitting on that porcelain throne. Spirit is saying that's where you're going to have to start doing your meditation at. You're going to get your phone if you need music, but really you don't need music. Because if you get used to phone, you're going to get tempted. You're going to get on Instagram. You're going to answer text messages. You're going to do things where you're not going to meditate. So I advise you not to take it in there. But if you do, put it somewhere it's out of reach and just play some music. And Spirit is saying you need to meditate. And you're going to get a lot. You're going to solve a lot of problems to your solution. Spirit is saying also there's a division between you and your ancestors, people that's trying to contact their ancestors. This is an ancestral pool. It doesn't have to be the ones that you knew while you are here on earth that passed on. We have several ancestors. Sometimes you can grow up with a family member and you constantly spent the night over their house. Their grandmother or their mom or dad, whatever, fed you or whatever. They took you under their wing, and then when they passed on, you considered them family because it hurt you when you passed on, because you'd be like, that was like a brother to me, that was like a father to me, a mother, a grandmother. I took her like that. That's an ancestral pool. Sometimes they also take you on. Spirit chooses you. The ones that's not your ancestors, they choose you. Some of y'all have godparents that passed on that chose you too. So that's considered an ancestral pool. Some of y'all need to know those crystals. You know those crystals that look like skulls. Some of y'all need to go in there, or if you can't go into a store, you can go and order it online, but ask them to speak to you. But if you on ground and you go to the store, another way how you know a crystal is calling you, because you're drawn to it. You like, why am I keep being drawn to it? It's like it's calling you, because it is. Next thing, when you hold it in your hand, you hold it in your left hand. Okay, if it gets cold or get hot or start vibrating, that's for you. It's calling you. Some of y'all, when y'all need to get those crystal skulls, and you're going to hold it in your hands. If you buy 2, you're going to hold it both in your hands, and you're going to meditate, and you're going to call forth your ancestors, your high living and sovereign ancestors from your ancestral pool, from your mom's side and your dad's side, and the ones that claimed you that you thought there was family. When you get done, you need to put it on your altar. Spirit is also saying some of y'all altar is fucking dirty. Y'all haven't changed the water. Y'all haven't lit no candle on it. Y'all haven't done anything. If you're taking time out, you need to apologize and say, I'm sorry, I haven't been there for you. I'm going to correct this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get right. Because I've been sick, I have not. So I told them, when I get better starting Monday, I'm going to do everything I need to do. They understand. They know I'm not feeling well. So therefore, they allow me to do the videos, but therefore you need to start doing that. Change the water. If you can't get food because you don't have enough food for yourself and your family, it's okay, but at least go get some coffee, instant coffee. You can get it from Dollar General or Dollar Tree, the little instant package. Put it in there. Say you want to put fresh coffee on there Monday. Tuesday you can warm it up on the stove or microwave. Wednesday you can do the same thing, but Thursday you have to give them fresh coffee. Water you change every day, because you don't want no dirty water. Spirit is saying there's a lot of division. Spirit is saying be careful. A lot of y'all are worrying about quantity. Spirit is saying it's not about quantity, it's the quality. Some of y'all are worrying like, oh yeah, I got 5,000 followers now, I'm the shit and stuff like this on this, or TikTok, I got this many followers, and this. Spirit is saying that's where you're fucking up, because some of those are your enemies. Some of those are wolves in sheep's clothing. Some of them are spying on you, taking ideas from you, waiting on your downfall. But Spirit is saying don't worry about it, because they cannot succeed what's for you. You got to remember, what God blesses can't no one curse. Some of y'all are doing it to others. Some of y'all are stealing other people's ideas, and you know that's fucked up. But I'm gonna let you know now, you're not gonna get far with that, because their ancestors see everything. Spirits see everything. You think you getting there, but you're only gonna get so far, and then you're gonna get your downfall. Spirit is saying some of y'all feeling like this is the second month of 2021 and nothing positive is happening. It's because y'all going through, y'all ego is dying. Y'all ego is dying. And yes, it hurts. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't. Some of y'all are experiencing spiritual deaths. Y'all ego's dying. You have to go through this so you can appreciate this rebirth, because y'all about to be rebirthed in spring. So y'all gonna have blessings. That's when farmers start planting their crops. This is when animals start having their babies and everything like that. So it's the same as you. Spirit is saying if you search deep within yourself into meditation, these are my people that meditate on the porcelain throne, you're going to find a solution to the answers that you're seeking. Spirit is saying some of y'all don't know what a servitor is. I'm gonna explain to you what a servitor is. But first, sorry, they want me to tell you that somebody, if you're noticing that you feeling like you off, that anytime you pick up something that drops, it's like, dang, I got the butterfingers today. Or you finding like your mail is not coming in. Why is my mail not coming in? Why, for people that have businesses, why am I customers are complaining why this stuff is not working, or why is they not getting their mail, why is this and this and this. Someone has a voodoo doll of you. They doing work on you. They got you in the freezer. Spirit is saying don't worry about it. It's not going to last long. It's about to be reversed back to them. Your ancestors are working for you. They told me to tell you about a servitor. A servitor is a voodoo doll of you. It's best if you handmade your own servitor. If you go get a gingerbread cookie of a man or a woman or whatever and get you some cheap cloth from Joann's or Walmart, whoever sells cheap cloth, you're going to cut it out and you're going to sew it yourself. You're going to put something of yours in there. It can be a pair of your underwear. It can be some of your hair. Anything, nail clipping, something that represents you, that has your DNA on it. And when I say underwear, it has to be used underwear because it has your DNA on it, or cut some out. I know it sounds gross or whatever, but it has your blood, it has your DNA on it. It could be a picture of you, handwriting. Handwriting holds energy, anything like that. And you're going to put that in there. And that's going to be you. You're going to sew it up. You're going to put it in a glass jar or a container. And you're going to fill it up with sea salt so you can't see it anymore. And you're going to stick it under your bed. Because when whoever is doing black magic on you, hex, voodoo, or whatever, that servitor is going to hit it. It's going to take the biggest hit first. You still going to feel the after effects of it, but your voodoo doll is going to get it. When you do spiritual cleansing, there's a spiritual master cleanse. When you feel like you need to do a spiritual cleansing, or you have a reader and they say, when's the last time you did a spiritual bath, you need to cleanse that spiritual servitor, that spiritual, that poppet too, because that holds your energy. Spirit is also saying some of y'all need to make your own mojo bags. You can go get a little sachet, a little mess bag that people put candy or whatever in it. It's satin, little bitty bag. You need to do that. Spirit is telling me somebody need to do a high john in that bag. Pine salt, not pine salt, pine seeds, an acorn, and a cinnamon stick, cayenne pepper, and a small black tourmaline crystal. And you're going to put it in there. You're going to get some olive oil, and you're going to bless the bag, and you're going to read Psalms 100. And if you're a man, you're going to put it in your pocket, in your wallet. If you're a woman, you're going to put it in your purse or in your bra or any type of carrying case, and you're going to hold on to that. And then also when you're done, you're going to sleep with it under your pillow. Spirit is saying some of y'all that are emotional, needing emotional release, especially those that is connected to water. Spirit is saying when you do your meditation in the shower, because some people meditate in the shower, or when you do your spiritual bath, before you turn the water on, you need to get your phone and see which side is the west, and that's where you're going to release it. Release all that emotion. Release it and ask them to purge you and make you whiter than snow. You got to always imagine a white, bright light around you. So when you're doing that spiritual bath for healing and emotional, you want to face towards the west. For those that's asking for abundance and stability, Spirit is saying you need to be more grown. Anything with money is ground. It's like the pinnacles, which is money. So if you want that car, that house, money, health, anything material, you need to face towards the north, because the earth is like towards the north. It's weird, but it's north. So if you burn in a candle, say this is a candle, you're going to speak your affirmation in it before you light it. Anytime you do your petition, and you're going to face towards the north, and you're going to put your intentions and everything in it before you light it. Spirit says some of y'all need to raise up your curiosity, continue to be curious, because just like a child is very curious. That's why spirits come to children. That's why children can manifest things, because they're curious. Some of y'all stop doing it because y'all got older. Y'all be like, I don't got time for this shit. That's childish. That's why you're not manifesting. You got to keep it curious. You always got to be a seeker for wisdom and knowledge. Always ask God, say, I'm thirsty for more wisdom and knowledge, and they're going to give it to you. Spirit is saying some of y'all need to get in touch with y'all natal chart, because a lot of y'all watching YouTube channels and they always talking about the zodiac signs. I don't do zodiac signs because that's just like me. I'm different. That's what everybody do. And then when my spirit tell me to do it every now and then, I do it every now and then. But someone enjoys doing all the zodiac. Spirit saying you need to find out what you are, sun, moons, and risings in your natal chart. That's going to help you a lot, and which is your 8 houses. There's 12 houses, which houses it is. Which houses where you need to be worked on and everything, why you having troubles in relationships. That has stuff to do with that. Is very powerful. Sometimes if you were a Capricorn, born a Capricorn, sometimes that not resonate with you. You might be a Scorpio moon or a Pisces sun, and those readings represent with you. Spirit is saying start doing all that. Spirit is saying y'all really need to get next to y'all ancestors, because they really trying. Some things that you're going on through your life, it's because you need to heal that ancestral pool and break generational curses. Spirit is saying some of y'all need to start doing magic. And I'm not talking about like voodoo magic. I'm talking about like saying you want to do take your power back, do a red candle. Red represent power. Blue candle represent healing. Purple candle is going to help with your psychiness and intuition. If also Spirit is saying don't get hung up on colors, because that's all we care about is colors right now. You got to remember our ancestors didn't have colored candles. They had white and they had oil lamps. So Spirit is saying it's your intentions that goes in the candle. But start doing that. And when you do candles, make sure you have something to represent fire, which is the candle. Incense is the air. Some type of liquid water if you want. And some crystal stone or a plant or something to represent thing. Or tarot cards. You can use a tarot card to help also with your magic. Spirit says somebody's really health is not improving because y'all eating the wrong foods. Because y'all know that the family has a lot of sickness. Both sides of your family have heart problems or diabetes, or one side of your family had cancer. Spirit is saying you can break that shit by changing the way you eat. If you start taking care of your eating now, you're not going to have problems later. You're going to prolong your life. Sometimes y'all like greens in your meat and stuff. Spirit is saying you don't need all that. That's killing you. Just because that was raised that way, you have to break generational curses, if that makes sense to you. Someone's just eating because they bored. Spirit is saying stop. You just need to read a book or do something. Stop eating because you're bored. You're not really hungry. Spirit is saying stop going to the grocery store hungry because you start buying all type of silly stuff. Spirit is saying some of y'all that's having sinus problems right here, and y'all congested and a lot of mucus, and it feel like your head's a bubble. You need to leave cheese and dairy alone. It's fucking with you. It's keeping a lot of mucus in you. Another idea, because I don't eat meat, cashews. If you get some cashews, not my people that's allergic to nuts. Allergic to nuts, I'm sorry for you. I don't have a solution for you. If you're not allergic to nuts and you like cream cheese and you like macaroni and cheese and stuff like that, if you get some cashews and you soak it in hot water overnight, and then you get it and you blend it and add your seasoning to it, whatever you want to add to it, it's a cream cheese, and put it on your bagel, slice up some avocado and put some red cabbage on that, and eat that motherfucker. The motherfucker is good. I'm telling you, that's a good motherfucker right there. I'm telling you. That's good for you. Let's get in. Can I get clarification, Spirit? Some of y'all are debating, y'all lonely. And once again, this is my people that always want a big following. All that. I don't know why y'all want a big following, because some of those people don't really give a fuck. They just there as energy vampires or whatever, but that's your fucking business. But Spirit is saying y'all are accepting, somebody just accepted an inmate that's in prison, and he's going to feed on you, and you're going to wind up, if you haven't already did it, send nude pictures, and he going to say, I love you, we're married, you're my girl, yada yada yada, ray. He's lonely, so he's telling you what you want to hear, because he's very intuitive. Spirit is saying he's intuitive, he's an empath, so he's feeding off of you, he's really invading your space, so he's telling you what you need to hear. But Spirit is saying do not fall for that, because pretty soon he's going to ask you to send money to him to do this. He needs commissary, send this and this, or send money to his child, so he's back on child support. He's going to try to play you. Spirit is saying stop doing that, because you're seeking validation. You want a relationship so bad, but why would you want somebody that's locked up for life? This person did murder and locked up for life. You already know he is not getting out, so why would you waste that time? And you sending stuff all the time. Spirit saying you need to stop that. You know better, whoever this is. Some of y'all have a decision, y'all contemplating, you like, I really need a break, I really need to, but I don't want to get on a plane and get COVID. Once again, if it's meant for you to have COVID, the reason for you to have it, okay? Stop talking to it. Not talking to it. Stop speaking about it, and don't base your world around COVID. If it's meant for you to get it, it's going to get it. If it's meant for you to go and it's your time to go, it's your time to go. I don't care. You don't even have to get on an airplane if it's your time to go. But from what I'm picking up, God is saying he's not done with you yet. Stop worrying about it. You're going to be okay. It's not your time to go yet. What other messages? I don't know who wants to go to Mexico or visit Cozumel, Mexico. I'm hearing Spirit is saying y'all going to be in a hotel, and your other person that you went with is going to buy a mariachi, and you go, ay, 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 and they're going to be marinating you outside, and they're going to sing a song about your eyes, your ojos. It's something about your eyes. This person loves your eyes. So at Cozumel, Mexico, or something like that, you're going to get serenaded, because he's going to buy some mariachis, because he's really into you. He's really into you. So he's trying to show you he's very romantic. You know, there's not a lot of romantic guys, so when you get one, that's a keeper. What other messages do you have? Three of Cups, celebrating something. Y'all celebrating y'all curiosity, y'all spirituality. Y'all starting to embrace it more. Y'all starting to understand that it's not what people say it is. It's not really evil. That your ancestors is there to open the doors for you. Someone has a decision that they have to make. I don't know if you're contemplating on taking this position that they offered in jobs, because you're like, I really want this. It's more money, but I don't want the headache. I don't want the responsibility. Spirit is saying you're built for this. Take the fucking promotion. Apply for it. Some of y'all took a position, and y'all had a lot of friends on your job, and they not respecting you. They'll be like, oh, you gonna do me like that? Before you got that, you used to do this. They don't understand the pressure on you, because they feel like because you took this leadership position, you're supposed to let them slide. Spirit is saying you need to tell them the difference between business and friendship, business and pleasure, because it's not work. First of all, if this is a relationship where y'all fucking, you never eat where you poop. I don't know why y'all doing that, but Spirit is saying never eat where you poop. Some of y'all, like I said, it's just traveling. Y'all afraid to travel because of this pandemic. I'm telling you, by spring, this pandemic is going to slow down. You're gonna see less cases of it. You're still gonna get it, just like the flu is still gonna be out there, but it's not gonna be taking as much lives because they're starting to control it. And the way you're gonna control it, you have to start taking care of your health too. Take that zinc, that vitamin D3. You have to take care of your temple, just like you take care of your car. You got to do oil change. You got to do transmission change. You got to put the proper gas in it. The same way you take care of your car is the same way you take care of your temple. You're going to get sick. No one is free from sickness. Some people are stronger because they take care of themselves is mentally. You have to mentally fight this shit. You're a survivor constantly. They lie when they say you feel better laying down. When I was really into it, my first 2 days, that shit's a lie. I had to sit up. No matter how much my body hurt, I forcibly walked. I walked. I said, this shit is not going to control me. This shit is not going to control me. I control this shit. So that's how you got to look at life, at any type of sickness. You do not let this sickness defeat you. You defeat this sickness. So you need to start taking care of your health now. Spirit is saying you got to let your ancestors guide you. They're not going to tell you what to do. You have to start listening to them. Like I said, y'all going through those people that's having this past January and February, everything is dark right now. Like I said, your ego is dying. You're going through an ego death. You have to go through this dark night of the soul. So once you get through this, they molding you. Once you get through this, you're going to be beautiful. You're going to get stronger. You're going to get that house, that car, that new job. You're going to be moving. Some of y'all wants to move out of state. Some of y'all want to move near the mountains. For some reason, y'all connected to the mountains. Rocky Mountains, Tennessee mountains, any type of mountains. Someone who wants to move out of the United States. Don't give up on that dream. It's going to happen. Someone's thinking about a business. Yes, start. Don't quit your job. Just start it as your side hustle. And then when it start getting growing bigger and bigger, that's when you can quit. Spirit is saying continue to do that. Spirit is saying some of y'all family members are going to want a piece of the pie. Spirit is saying no. Family cannot work together unless you know how to do it. Some family members are lazy and they feel like, oh, you ain't gonna fire me. I'm your brother and I'm sister. I'm your aunt. I'm Auntie TT. You gotta stop doing that. Spirit is saying sometimes you can't work with family. Family do you dog because they feel like you owe them and it's obligated. What other messages do you have? Or you have several businesses and they at one store and you at another store. Something Spirit is saying is keeping y'all up at night. Y'all have to release that. Also, that's your higher self. Like I said, that spiritual ancestry talking to you, your spirit guides. Y'all need to go deep with them. Some of y'all get y'all best ideas. So when spirit wakes you up and you can't sleep, spirit is saying you need to write down stuff. Some of y'all need to journal. Y'all really need to journal. Okay, the cards that also popped out, it says bring love into any situation. You have to love yourself before you can love anyone properly. Spirit is saying if you into your own business and you make your own stuff, make sure you put love in it that is coming from your heart. Take your time and do it right. Spirit is saying if you cook, Spirit is saying someone needs to open up, like whoever owns halls or have connection to flea market. Spirit is saying y'all need to do a gathering and do a spiritual thing where if you know somebody that can do $5 readings, you just pull 2 cards on somebody and give that message. Someone needs to bring back the spirituality. They want to do it. If you own any incense or make any candles or stuff, put it in there. It's like y'all have a little get-togethering and y'all selling stuff to help the community. And it's like once y'all come together, y'all take so much a percentage of it and y'all help people that's really struggling with this COVID, buying them like sanitary napkins, tampons, buying baby food, formula, and stuff like that, helping it out. Y'all need to come together as a community and put love in it because a lot of people are really struggling with this pandemic. And this stimulus check is can't pay their bills and they really struggling. For some, it can. But I'm talking about the ones that God lays on your heart to do it. Spirit is saying be open to give and receive. A lot of y'all are always giving and giving. This is your time to receive. And for those that's always receiving, Spirit is saying you need to start fucking giving. It's not always about you. All you do is take. You need to start giving back. That's when you're feeling stagnant and stuck while you're not getting anything because you're taking too much. Spirit is saying that's selfish. Some of y'all need to go into nature. Like I said, even if it's cold outside, just for a few minutes, bundle up, take that mask off, or just step outside your door, do 3 deep breaths, and release and let Mother Nature heal you. And those who are blessed with warm weather that don't have the snow, you need to do it the same thing. Spirit is saying start paying attention to the signs, the omens. If you every time you go out, you see 3 vultures or 3 birds, or you see ladybugs or anything, or you keep seeing the same numbers over and over again, or you keep wondering why you keep seeing the same picture of a deity they're trying to talk to you. Spirit is saying you have to give that agape love. Your team, your ancestors want to give you that agape love, and continue to give that agape love to other people. If they don't receive it, fuck it, it's going to go back to you. But Spirit is really showing me that someone's written out like a hall or something, and y'all setting up booths, and y'all doing money, and y'all all get a whole bunch of money, and say y'all got $200 out of the whole thing. Like 50 of that goes to charity for someone, buying some kids that needs food because they don't have none. All they eat is ramen noodles, and you know ramen noodles is not healthy. That shit fucks up your stomach, but you got to do what you got to do. Just give them a food card. Don't give them cash. Do everything food card. Or if you feel like they just had a baby and they need Pampers, do that. Or buy them some milk or formula or some type of outfit. If a woman needs sanitary napkins or whatever, just give it to them. Do not give them money, because they can flip that money to something else. Give them a gift card to help them out. A change is coming. Like I said, a lot of y'all ego's dying. Y'all going through a spiritual change. So y'all can go to this rebirth is in spring. Spirit is saying y'all need to put the effort in. And some of y'all are just spiritual lazy, and y'all want spirits to do everything for you, just like you want humans to do everything. You ain't no fucking queen of America. Yeah, you a queen, but you don't have it like that. Even Donald Trump, he's a millionaire, but he still did shit for himself. Even though he fucked up shit, he did shit for himself. Celebrities do shit for themselves. I don't know why, because you feel like you spiritual lazy, that's what you gifted for. No, that's not how it works. You have to do stuff for yourself. You know, it's free will. No one's obligated to do shit for you. You're going to have to do shit for yourself. That goes for your ancestors. That goes for your spirit guides. They're not going to tell you what you do. Your spirit guides, they're going to guide you. But they also going to say, you got me fucked up. I'm not going to do everything for you. You're going to have to do stuff for yourself. And some of y'all feel like y'all got in your fucking head that spirituality and spiritual people are obligated to do shit for you. I don't know where you got that fucked up, but you got the spiritual people fucked up. You got us fucked up. That's not how it works. We don't have to do shit for y'all motherfucking asses. We really don't. So y'all need to get out of that spiritual laziness and start doing shit for yourself. Y'all need to practice forgiveness. I spoke upon this yesterday. If you do not want to confront the person that hurt you, you can write this person a letter and express it verbally, and imagine that person in front of you and release it. But most of all, fucking forgive yourself. That's the most important thing, is forgiving. Acknowledging that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love, and it also causes sickness, blood pressure, heart problems, anger, builds up cancer. Everyone was born with the cancer cells and it's dormant. But sometimes we do things and it causes sickness and havoc over us because we're holding on to a lot of resentment and we're holding it in instead of releasing it. Growth. Understand, people are not going to like your growth because you grow. It's gradually growing spiritually. You gradually growing. You're not staying stuck with them. People that's lazy, that don't want anything, that don't have any dreams, and feel like people are obligated to them, it's always stuck in that low vibrational. And you're not low vibrational, you're high vibrational. So they're not going to understand your growth. They're not going to understand you, so you need to move higher. Spirit is saying you have to practice that yang. That yang. Constantly receiving and giving, that yin and the yang. What other messages do you have for them? Loneliness. This is referring to someone that accepted a incarcerated person. You're just lonely, and they can pick up and sense you. They can smell you, and they prying on you. You're like a wounded animal, and they can pry on you to tell you what you want to hear, saying you look good and this, you my woman. He's sentenced to life. Come on, you're not the only woman, probably a man too, that he's telling this to. Come on, use your common sense. You know, you're not that fucking lonely. If you lonely, get to know the things about yourself, because if you truly love yourself, you're not going to build a relationship with someone. If you're not married to this person and you have no kids to this person and you just met this person, why would you want to build a relationship with someone that's on death row? That's showing me that you don't properly love yourself. You don't know exactly what you want. That's called loneliness. Spirit is saying you need to check that. You're not alone. You need to get to know yourself better, and your ancestors better, and your spirit guides together better. You're never alone. And that is your word of the day. Peace and namaste.